It's like, have you ever seen? Okay, let me make an example here at Supertech.
Yeah.
How the guards respect African guys that have bands.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you just painted a picture there. Yeah.
They're
actually
just so
see.
respected. And no. Yeah. What did
You have for me. Okay.
Let me start all over. So, guys, I've been struggling lately. Lastly, I traveled to Delhi, met these big boys, the kind who live like kings. They were partying hard, buying bottles like they own the world. I won't lie, I envied their life, the money, the woman, the way everyone looked at them with respect. It's like they were gods. That night, they handed me a glass of red wine, thick and sweet like syrup. I drank. I wanted to be one of them. I wanted that life. That's what I was saying. He envied
the life.
So now he wants the life. They gave him a glass of red wine. He drank it. It was thick and sweet. They leaned in, their voices low, like they were telling me some ancient secret. They said if I wanted real money, the kind that never ran out, that never ran dry, I had to sleep with girls, virgins. And when the blood spilled, that's when the real fortune would begin. You need the blood for money.
I've been with somebody who claimed to be a virgin and there wasn't blood. What does it mean?
And not everybody bleeds.
So yeah, that's validation. Thank you.
They said it like it was nothing, but in their eyes, I saw it something cold, something inhuman. Since then, I haven't been the same. I can't unhear their words. I can't forget that night. After that night, I wasn't the same. I could feel something dark following me. I tried to save myself. I went to churches in Lowgate, that's in Punjab, went to Ramand. I knelt at every altar, cried, fasted, but it was like the spirit had already claimed me. No matter how hard I prayed, something inside me stayed broken, heavy, empty. And now I see the world differently. Girls running after gifts, dating Nigerians, flaunting new phones, designer bags. You think your cat is just sweet, huh? You think your body is just getting attention. Guys, I am a devil worshiper, and the way you look at people openly listen to me, I really appreciate. I never had to kill my family.
This guy gave like the blueprint.
But he said, I see the world differently. Girls running after gifts, dating Nigerians. Does this mean that the guy is Nigerian?
If I was writing the thing, I wouldn't say girls running after Zimbabwe.
Oh, like,
I don't know. He's speaking like in the third person.
Yeah, so that means he's probably a different race or something.
Exactly, different nationality. You know what? I like something about this story. You know how it is generally when people say, "Oh, I never saw it coming," or "Oh, that nonsense."
He ended it.
It's like I think you know exactly where you go wrong. Like the turn.
You wanted it.
Yep.
We can say it was great, but you still wanted it, and you went for it.
Exactly.
You went for it because now you're claiming that I am a devil worshipper. And the way girls open their legs tell me what.
And what I like again is he knows specifically the thing that got him initiated. He knows the sweet whatever red wine he drank, the things that they were whispering, you know.
Exactly.
He says that
chance or something.
Chance, yeah. And he says it didn't seem that serious, but he saw in their eyes. You know, even when it's not serious.
You could have ran for your life then, but you decided to just stay and wait for it.
You know what? I want to attack something a bit separate to this. Like, people generally will say, "Oh, I never saw it happen."
No.
Don't be fooling us.
Nah, you saw it coming. You just ignored the signs. You just ignored them.
This guy saw it and he just played along. And I hate to say it, I would probably play along. I'm not trying.
I wanted to ask you the same question. That would you do what the guy did?
I wouldn't insert myself in a position with people like that.
Yeah.
It's just not my crowd. I'm not really into like the whole either bands type thing. Obviously, the nice things are nice. Come on. Who doesn't want nice things?
Bands.
Yeah. But I'm just not the materialistic type of guy. I want my skateboard. That's the type that's what I thrive with, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to run and like do physical stuff. That's the type of person.
What if do you remember when you went for like our podcast shooting with friends and all that?
Yeah.
Like, what if you're caught up in like some sort of like situation like that with
like
the
that.
type of guys, and then they're like, I'm fun on the drink. Hey, what? In this life, you have to work for everything. Hey, we can show you the strings to pull, and they give you this sweet, thick wine to drink in a glass. Cause why are you giving me sweet, thick wine in a cup?
Right.
At a party.
In a club.
Aren't
Like,
you supposed to pass me like a whiskey,
exactly.
a gin,
Yeah.
or some vodka, or some beer? That's where the red flag is. Why did the guy drink it?
But I hate to say, I would probably do what he did, just go along with it. I'm not trying to be the buzzkill on a later party. And if you're listening and if you're a devil worshiper out there, if you want to know how to get me, just take me to a party and then I will probably just play along.
Just give me a glass.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The beauty of it is
it's so weird. I would ask you, why are you giving me wine at
you
a
would
party?
ask.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask.
Because
I
that's
would
so
play along.
weird. Because you're supposed to be giving me like
whiskey, you know, mixing.
Gin, vodka, something. A beer.
A beer, you know. I
Why are you
open
giving
myself.
me thick, sweet red wine?
Do people drink wine in clubs?
No, we don't drink wine in clubs. Wine is okay for me. Wine is something like to drink when you're chilled, you know.
It's intimate.
Maybe you're cooking or you're watching a movie with your partner. Something intimate. Not in a club where there's like banging music and you're drinking wine. Wine needs like chilled vibes.
Okay, if they had handed him something different, like if it was me in that situation, I would probably have drunk. But if it's wine, I'm not drinking wine. I'm just not doing it. Some things are just too. It's just too much of an anomaly.
Yeah, like why are you giving me wine in a club?
No.
Do they even sell wine in a club?
You know, that's the other thing.
I don't think so.
I've been out so many times. I can't even count. I've never
seen them serve
I've never seen wine in a club.
Order wine in a...
I've never seen it. So that's
just he just knew what he was putting himself. Because why are you drinking wine in a club at a party?
This guy knew what he was doing and he wanted it.
And he said it. I envied it. It's like they were gods. The minute he said that, that's where the problem. Why do you see other people as gods when there's only one God?
But wait, again, I'm not trying to just bash and want to put myself in a situation like that under circumstances that I would react the same way he did. Like, for example, which type of people would I look at and see as gods? It's a bit far-fetched, but then it's still in the same ballpark. If I met like a Fuhad and James at like a club, and they have the section and they're inviting me, I would probably look at them like they have us. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Just being honest.
Oh, no. Okay.
Like a whole Fuad and James.
No.
Oh, because, you know, I'm into podcasting. I'm already in that space. I like it so much. I look up to that.
But that's the thing about the devil. He gets you where he knows you like it. Like, like he saw those... Maybe the guys had Rolls Royces or something, and he just liked the life. The way they were squandering money with no stress, they were just so happy. So he just envied it, and the devil's like, "Oh, you're calling us. We shall answer to you."
And if I'm approached,
and he joined the cult.
I'm thinking, if I'm approached and they say to get money you have to sleep with a bunch of virgins, I'm probably not going to do it. That's me and what I'm like and my interests. I'm not trying to deal with a virgin. Just, do you know how much stressful it is dealing with a virgin? Oh, yeah, honey, you wouldn't get it.
She's so fussy. You should
exactly
doesn't want to hear. Like she'll tell you, I'm not ready.
Exactly, and you have to be patient.
Yeah,
maybe
for months and 6 months.
You know,
I'm not ready.
Maybe it's a broke boy chat anyway. Maybe the rules are different when you have a bit of bag. Who knows?
Yeah.
But just dealing with a virgin, I'm not going to do it. But if you tell me, if it's Fuad and James and they're whispering to me, you know, passing me that wine,
you drink it without even asking anything. Yeah, with a wider smile on your face.
No, it also depends on what they're telling me. If they're telling me to have sex with virgins, I'm probably not going to do it. I'll tell them, this is not me. But if they tell me, to get a bunch of money, you have to like make this type of content. What, I'm probably going to listen because I already have an interest in it. Yeah. I don't have an interest in sleeping with virgins.
So probably he had an interest in sleeping with girls. He just had to find
And you know, when you say virgin, it's like when you're African, it seems like the pinnacle of the woman, when she's a virgin and the whole thing. Yeah. So
it's just so weird, guys. Why would you do that?
They told
so
him what
the first thing you ask a girl is, "Are you a virgin?" When you're like talking state.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Whether
that
you
is so
see.
Weird. I would block you after that. You'd never see my face.
You know what? I think he just uses the money to sleep with whoever wants to sleep with him, and in there he gets some virgins.
I guess so, and he breaks hearts and uses them for God. But did you see the transition here? He came to Delhi for a party, and then he went back to Punjab. So those things followed him all the way to Punjab until he eventually joined.
That's a crazy confession. I can't believe it myself.
But I was like, I thank God for the girls that open their legs. So now it's scary. It's scary for girls out there. Be mindful of who you open your legs to, guys. Because what the hell? You open your, oh my God, to somebody who will use you for rituals.
Imagine.
And I've had in like the African tradition, there's what they call like people who steal your luck.
Oh yeah, it's actually a thing.
Yeah, like maybe somebody sleeps with you just to take your luck. And you're gonna suffer for like the rest of your life, and you're just gonna keep on getting the blessings you're supposed to get. Is that even a thing?
I listened to Tete Tilda. There's a bunch of stories like that. A guy said he slept with like a married woman, and the husband found out, and he did some stuff. And he, not in private, he told the boy like, "Yo, you're sleeping with my wife. You see, I'm going to do some stuff on you." Guy is almost dying now. He's 25.
What?
This happened like 3-4 years ago when he was 21 or 22 or something like that. So I already believe in like the spiritual stuff. It's there. These things happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know when I almost didn't believe in this spiritual stuff? There was a story that broke out with like a woman like cheated on her husband and slept with somebody else, and then they like were stuck together.
That's actually a thing. Yeah.
And they couldn't like.
Yeah. You couldn't separate.
And in my head, I thought it was like a medical condition because there's this channel with TLC, I think, DSTV. It used to have like sex and PTER.
Okay.
So there were cases of people getting like attached to each other and they couldn't like separate them. So I thought it was probably something like that. But then people kept on saying, no, it's rituals. What? The husband went to a traditional healer and he did stuff. So when the wife slept with another man, they got stuck together and they can't separate. Like, what?
These things happen.
What? Why would you do that? Like, if you know your wife is cheating on you, just break up with her.
I hate to say it, but Divorce I get it. I actually do get it. It's nothing that I would ever do, like ever, because, I mean...
Like, if they're stuck together, the only way to unstick them is by somebody losing their organ, and it's the guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the only way?
Yeah.
I heard that, maybe whoever, like the husband, has to come and do whatever he does, and then they unstick if he wills.
Yes. Yeah. But what if he doesn't want?
Somebody
like, we take you to the hospital.
Oh, I hear cases like that can't be like, solved by Western medicine and procedures.
Exactly.
Like somebody has to die, or both of them, something like that.
Somebody has to lose their organ.
I think they die.
They die.
I don't think you survive from that, yeah. From being stuck.
When you're stuck, it's your sexual organs that are together.
I don't think it's that rational or physical.
Do you know they are like
spiritual?
Yeah, it's really spiritual. Maybe they'll die because of spiritual reasons.
Exactly.
But medically, you can like chop off the guy's thing and he would survive. You've never had cases of people getting their penises out, like transgenders and all that. You can get it all. You can survive without it.
Why would I be?
Yeah, like losing your penis. I've even watched a movie that I like had once. Like, case like that.
Yeah, I think I may have seen.
You wouldn't die, but maybe they would die because of traditional reasons. But
what's the point of living without a penis? Let's be real.
As long as you're living, you just won't have sex.
What sort of a life is that?
You won't feel anything as long as you don't have those reproductive your hormones. You will feel them, but there's nothing to do about them.
Then am I having like a partner in this life, or I'm just living? Of course, I can't have a partner. Why should I have to deprive her of?
You can like get your testicles like get your testicles removed too, and like.
So I'm actually eliminating more of me.
No, you don't have to get your testicles removed. Maybe ask them to take some sperms from the testicles and take them to like the lab so that your wife can get kids.
I don't know. What sort of life is that for her where she can't have sex?
If maybe the wife lost her virginity at 20, if she could live 20 years without it, what would stop her from living another 20 years without it? It's like our grandmothers that lose like their husbands. How do they survive? We can't say they go around having sex. Nah, they're okay.
We don't know.
They don't go around having sex.
All right, let's say they don't, out of respect. I
Yeah.
love my mothers out there, but we don't know. And
I don't think they do.
that is just tragic. Now, just having the penis chopped off because of some silly thing that I may have done, or maybe it's just an accident. I wouldn't want her to live on without the excitement of having sex.
So you'd break up with her?
I would set her free, I think.
For other
Selfless
niggas to
that.
chow her.
Yeah. Like,
You're so generous.
yeah, I actually am.
You're so generous.
Because then we stay together for like 5 years, then I discover she's with another guy, and now I'm the one with like the emotional pain. And why shouldn't she be? I can't do the thing. So it's better we just.
Wait, sex seems like a really huge factor for you.
Isn't it for everybody else?
What?
Like for the rest of your life.
Sex seems like a big deal.
No, it's something that I believe you have to make a choice on your own to say, okay, I'm not going to do it. Not to be forced because your partner doesn't have the equipment.
It's so sad. I can't even relate to you. And I want to.
Okay, let's say if we were together, boyfriend, girlfriend, and we stay together for like 2 years, no kids yet, and then such an accident happens. You from 24, can you live on? I think it's a big ask of the other person. Because you haven't even lived even half of your life. Yeah, but if she really loves you, maybe. As long as you can give her kids. Yeah, let's say they do whatever the magic they do. Yeah. And we have biological kids. Yeah. A woman's life, is complete after she gets kids. Maybe. But now her life revolves around her kids. So nothing really matters like that. What I would actually appreciate is, again, it's a big ask, but I would try. Okay, this is even selfish to say, okay, have my kids, but then after we can separate and you just go find somebody so that my lineage lives on, for example. It's a messed up thing to ask of somebody. Does it make sense? But I would try to ask her to. But then we are married, so you're going to navigate me going to sleep. It's just no, we have to separate. Like divorce. Yeah, and then we co-parent. No, I thought the vows said in sickness and in health. It's for whoever has the burden. Like, for example, you as the woman, the penis that's been chopped off, you have to stay. And if anything is to happen to you, I have to stay. Exactly. But what if I let you go to say, It depends on the woman. If she wants to, she can go. I would appreciate she just goes on and live her life somewhere else. What do you? But there are so many ways you can maybe. In this era, there's so many ways. But there's so many ways. We in this generation, I can say half the population is independent in that department. I mean, woman. What do you think girls on OnlyFans that don't have guys to do stuff with, how do they satisfy themselves? It's like you can enjoy, sexual pleasure on your own, but is it ideal? Or just to use toys and other. What is the whole purpose of having sex? I think it's a whole package. What is the name? The whole package means hands and and penis and tongue and other things that are toys related if you're into that sort of thing. And I think half the population of women is independent these days. They don't need a man. For that. I know some girls that are on OnlyFans. They do it themselves. And they are so happy, bruh. So I guess it's different. And if there's any guy who your wife's vagina were sewing it up, pee hole. She says, I will please you in other ways, and you don't get to penetrate the vagina. I don't think any guy would stay for that.
Yeah, but she doesn't need to please you as long as she's satisfied herself. Until you don't want anything to do with that.
But I want her to enjoy a penis sexually.
What if she doesn't even want that? Why do you think we have lesbians these days?
I want you to choose on your own with the options available, not to just,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna depend on the woman's decision.
Don't love me like that to that extent. Please let me allow me to set you free.
When I hear you saying such stuff, I'm just wondering, aren't you guys afraid of like soul ties, like it's changing many different guys?
I don't think about it, and
I'm so afraid. Like,
I'm not quite sure. I believe.
I don't know what you did in your past. But when you're married, everything is
cleansed. What did you say?
I don't know what you're doing in your past, man. Like, probably slept with somebody who did something. Whatever you did in the past, and you've been catching on to people's, I don't know, stuff. And now you want to give it to me. And I'm going to have I think I once saw a story time of a girl that was saying, my life was okay until this one day I went to the club, just drinking, having a nice time and all that. And then I met this guy. So she's used to having one night stands and all that. So they were vibing and they went to second location and then they booked into a hotel or they went to the guy's place. I don't remember. Then they slept together. Oh, no, it was the guy that was saying this. He slept with the girl. And then they separated and went about their lives. They don't even know each other. And the guy was like, every night he would hear a baby cry. Every night he would hear a baby cry.
He was finessed by a Satanist, honey. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're not afraid of people you sleep with.
If I'm to be completely frank, I just don't go around sleeping with people. It's disgusting.
That's the thing. It's not like it's written on somebody's forehead. What the fuck is that? Oh I don't have my glasses. You scared the shit out of me. What the fuck? I almost stopped because I was speaking about those things.
Oh, you're seeing things.
Yeah, I know I'm seeing things. The
whole way in.